Well, I left my notes at home, so I won't be doing the tarot session today. Look forward to that. Either end of this week, start of next week. I'm going to do a tarot session in terms of teaching you how I do the tarot, my spreads, what some of the dice, the tarot cards mean. Sorry, we've already done the dice one. So I've got my breakfast. I'm going to eat and let's talk. Let's cover just a few things that have been playing around in my mind. Just off the top of my head, like some of the things I've been playing with is how powerful remaining calming any situation is. Also, signs of nature. People love like looking into. One second. Forms of divination. Tarot cards. Dice casting, scrying. You can do pretty much anything and find meaning in it. And so I want to call people's attention towards nature and using nature as a form of divination and sign giving. Whether it's picking an animal that you like and seeing it on the street, and then knowing that whether it's as simple as you're in the right place at the right time, or like an actual animal means a specific thing. Like the importance of nature is one of the things we could be drawing so much wisdom from, and we just neglect it. Oh, it's raining today. For those of you that hate people talking with their mouth, I don't want to just sit here in silence. So you're going to have to kind of deal with that. But the point still stands. So as some examples, I think I've given some in the past, but the ones that I use most often are a squirrel. Squirrel's my favorite one. Squirrels to me are joy. And so if I see a squirrel in the morning, because I walk through a park to go to work, it's about a 20-minute walk, but like for 7 to 8 minutes, I walk through a park. If I see a squirrel, I know I'm going to have a good day. Another one is blackbirds, ravens, things like that. Wisdom, I know I'm going to learn something new today. That's a great one for me. If I see a cat, now again, I'd recommend you make up your own meanings or test out the next time you see an animal. So another good one I've got are pigeons, and when I was learning how to use a dragon deck, an oracle dragon deck, my wife made good eggs today. They're running. When I was learning to use an Oracle Dragon deck, I was like, what's the most likely thing that exists now that would represent a dragon? And I was like, it's got to be a pigeon. Like people say pigeons are dinosaurs. So now whenever I see a pigeon, and I live in London, so I see pigeons all the time, I am being blessed by the guidance and the presence of a dragon. Like my life is so exciting because of these meanings that I've given life, and you can do the same, is my point. Cats are death, to me anyway, and when I say death, I don't mean physical death. It probably has come from those like videos that I've seen where cats like sit on people that are about to die or pass away, as like they want to be there when they pass. But I've just never been a cat person. I'm a dog person myself, so cats to me are death, transformation, change. And again, I don't see that as a negative thing in my life, but when I see a cat, I know an old belief system is probably breaking down and transmuting, like in alchemy, which is quite cool. And just going back to that other thing that I've been playing around with, remaining calm. If you are calm in a situation and nature is happening around you, if you are confused, if you are worried, all of these things will distract you from nature. So I got my window there, and I've got trees on the other side of that window, so that's nature for me. Where's nature that way? So remaining calm is you giving yourself the ability to, in any moment, take wisdom not just from yourself but the world around you. Which is why I believe it's so important. I haven't even been playing music. Let me just turn on some music. So I would advise you to start tapping into nature. Seeing where that goes. And I've got some obscure ones. So like if I see an elephant, and I've only ever seen an elephant once in my life when I went to safari in Africa. But another one is, so let me finish with elephants. If you see an elephant, your destiny is about to change. Again, this is for me, because again, it's one of my gods that I created. Aiden is an elephant that created our three-dimensional world, and therefore he can manipulate the fate of anyone. But if your bed sheets are an elephant, then you're going to be seeing that constantly. Because one thing that I've got written down are like owls are my like connection to the world around, especially like when you think of dreams and not so much dreams, that's moths for me, but the spiritual world, hearing and seeing from the other side kind of thing. So even though I don't see a lot of owls where I am, for some reason I see people with tattoos of owls. I see it like on almost every kid thing I have for my son. There's a bunch of owls. Owls must be like a child-friendly animal. So you can still see these animals and signs even though you're not seeing the actual thing. That was a big mouthful. And to be honest, I can probably leave that there for today. We've covered quite a bit that I've just wanted to get off my chest, or that I'm working through and learning still. Like I'm still trying to work out how the weather affects me. It's a muggy day out there, but it's not raining, so I don't expect a bad day, but I'm not going to go in today going, it's going to be a beaming bright day. But then I'll make sure if the sun is out and there's a nice breeze that I'm going to make the most of it. So just from me, try and remain calm. This will allow you to stay in a state of flow, allow you to be present more often, and tap into the divination of all the nature around you. And if you don't know how to give meaning yourself, look it up. Create about 10 to 12 animals that you feel like you'll see on a regular basis that could have some form of meaning. Like the basic ones that everyone knows: deer, bear. They're both forms of protection. Like a wise one would be to give meaning to dogs. I don't actually have a meaning for dogs. It's just because I'm a dog person, I'm always around them, and I'm always like, I would get that message too often for me to be giving it a meaning, which also makes no sense because I've then given flies, which I see all the time, the meaning of abundance. So that I no longer get pissed off when there's a fly buzzing around me and I go, oh my god, wealth is around me, wealth is coming to me. So I'll leave that there from me. Stay kind, stay cute, stay curious, and I hope that helped.